Welcome to Truth Podcast Thursdays. I am your host, Sharitha Chantal, and we got Chillkousins Lex in the house today. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm super excited to have this interview with you because I ran into you because we're in some of the same circles, but we've not really formally met and like worked together. But we work in the community together with the kids and art showcases and stuff. So I was definitely excited. I knew you did music. I just didn't know what you did in music, and so I was able to do a little bit of Facebook research on you. So that was fun. Chill Cousins Legs is the name. Where did you come up with that name from?
Um, I was hanging out with a bunch of my little cousins one day, and they just ask you for everything, and I always just say yeah. And one of them was just like, "Yeah, that's why we like you, man, because you the chill cousin." You know what I mean? You just hang out. You don't stress about trip out about too much. I just liked it.
I get it. Yeah, because they call me the Bell cousin.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm the cousin that's the Southern Belle. Like
Okay,
they
okay, I can
know,
see
like
that.
deep down inside, I'm the Bell cousin.
I can
So
see
they call me
that,
the Bell. So yeah, you just that chill, run of the mill, just like you don't care. They gonna speak with you and everything.
That's always how it is. I got 1,000 cousins. They all got big personalities, so I just get in where I fit in, and that's how I fit in.
Okay. Yeah, my family has huge personalities, so I get that, and I have a big one too. So are you not? Do you not have this big of a personality? I guess.
Nah, not for real. It's all in the music for real. I don't really like to do too much, pop out too much.
Okay, I definitely get it's all in the music.
It's all in the
Um,
music.
when I saw A9A and then I wrote must, and then I had to listen to the track on YouTube and it was anonymous. I was like, oh, okay. I totally understand what you're meaning now about that. Now, where did you come up with that? Like, that was just like you released 4 singles like last summer by like the looks of your track record on SoundCloud and everything. You just bang, 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 banged them out, and that was one of them. Where did anonymous come from?
Just kind of honestly, when I be writing, I don't not often do I start with a topic, and it just was a punchline that was at the end of the song that I thought I liked. I ain't gonna lie, I just thought it was dope, and I don't know if people really be listening to the music. So if there's something in the music that I really like, I want to highlight it. I throw it in the cover art or on the title so people know to look for it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Because the A9A, I was intrigued. I'm like, what does that
what does that have to do with that?
Yeah. And I couldn't put it together until I heard the end of the song. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that, yeah, when I was doing my research and stuff, because, I have to do my research before I have people on here.
There's so much going on.
It is. I think my favorite one, you got Bus Stop, Demon Slayer, and Quit My Job with Anonymous. Anonymous last summer. My favorite, I think, was "Quit My Job." Like, what were you feeling when you wrote that? Like the lyrics in that I was like, oh, do we just want to go wear V-necks and start glasses and say, "Get my job"? Like,
sometimes that's how I be feeling. Like, I've been planning because I've been doing this for a grip, so I've been planning and I've been like trying to have strategies, and I've been trying to like get my ducks in a row. And sometimes it's like, what if I just quit my job and did nothing and just see what happens? And that's what that song comes from. Let me just see what happens. I have not quit my job, but sometimes it's how I be feeling like, let me just see what happens when we just throw something against the wall.
I quit my job and started this.
Did you?
Yep.
And it worked out for you, so I'm probably next.
It's working. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the happiest I've been in a very long time because Nick and I've had this discussion before, and we always say working, like when you go to work, you can do something you love when you work. Yeah. Like that's your passion. Like when I sit here and I'm behind the computer for 12 hours and I'm locked in this room, I'm passionate about it. But a job is something you have to go to, like you're required to go to. So yeah, this is like my work. This is like my passion, my legacy that I'm gonna pass down to my kid and everything else. So I get it. Like if you have that feeling and you think you can do it, make something shake, I will tell you to do it every time.
How long have you been full time on this?
I have been in truth over 6 months now. We're going to month 7.
That's dope.
And it's like I tell people God has blessed me because yes, I wasn't even working before this. Like I had heart surgery and everything, so I really quit. Like after I had like heart surgery, I kind of like went back into the restaurant industry for a little bit, but then I like quit. Like I went to Keelan and I just like quit. Like I was done. I was tired. I was tired dealing with people's crap, and I had a little bit of money from Keelan, and I just went for it this summer. And then I met Nick, and then I got started at Truth.
I respect
So yeah,
respect
and I've been rocking and rolling since. And a lot of people are religious, but I'm more spiritual, and I do believe in religion. So I put all my faith into one thing. And
Absolutely.
my rent's been paid every month, like not worrying as much. You know what I'm saying? And just going along with your faith, I feel like ends up working out in the long run. I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm big on that. I definitely, faith will definitely lead you through it every time. It's hard to find it, but once you find it, it's got you.
Yes, sometimes it takes a lot to get faith. Like sometimes faith has to like scare you to show you that it's real. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt that when you quit my job, I mean, I've been there.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you just want to wear V-necks,
glasses. I just want chill. I really just want chill.
But what comes along with it is like a lot more hard work. Like when you work for yourself, I think it's like
absolutely
30 times harder. But I love it too, that 30 times harderness with it. So you have 4 new singles last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's next for this summer? Like,
well, I ended up dropping No Limits last summer too, and sometime around spring, and that's what a producer named J.I. Diggs out of Indiana. Got a pretty decent YouTube page, and me and him have been knocking out joints throughout all last year, so that's probably gonna be the next album that comes out, and if that's not the next one, then I got a project I'm working on with the homie Trill Phil.
I've seen you work with him before on some of your work.
A lot of the songs you just mentioned, those were Trill Phil beats. And
so those were his beats.
Yeah, those are his beats.
Cool.
And I have a project in the works with him too. So
can you tell me what the project's about, or just tell me doing music, or
no? I'm glad you asked me this. I'm glad you called me this because I'm about to switch my name. I'm about to switch from Chillkousins, and I'm just gonna go by my real name, William Jackson. And the first project I'm about to drop is gonna be Where's William Jackson. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop it in 4 installments, 4 EPs, and he's gonna switch up the beat style on each one. The first one's gonna be drill beats, then we're gonna do lo-fi beats, then we're gonna do some West Coast beats, then we're gonna do some boom bap beats, and I'm gonna drop those EPs, and at the end of that, I'm gonna put them all together and drop them as a full project. Call it Where's William Jackson, because we going around the world with the sound, so you never know where I'll be at from track to track.
Right, I feel that. Okay, I like that idea. Like, cause I only know you as William. Yeah. I don't know you as Chillkousins. Yeah. So when I looked you up, I'm like, oh, this is like your stage name and everything. So yeah, I've only known you as William. So okay, I like that because you're the brand. I always consider the person the brand. So It's always great to use yourself. And your artwork, like, do you shoot your own videos and stuff?
Yeah, and and I'm still learning. You know what I mean? So I stand by what I didn't drop, but what's coming next will be better.
No, it's a learning process. It's a learning curve. I get it. Even like with me in video production and how to record the right way, it's always a learning curve. But I think they're interesting when I watch your videos because they're like in Lexington. It's like I know the places downtown and like certain filters and stuff that you use. So I think those are like super dope and chill that you integrated that because you produce your own videos and stuff.
No Limits. That was J.I.D. Shout out to him, J.I.D. He shot that one. That's the one where I'm downtown and he did his thing on that one.
That was a dope video. And then I seen the anonymous one. That was like
that's the one I did. And I was just kind of putting something together to have something to look at.
Where'd you shoot it at?
Oh, that's just I just got that GIF off of Google. I shot it at the library like a year ago, and I just had footage. If you pay attention to that video, my mouth, you can't see my mouth, but it's not going to the lyrics because that's just random footage I just put over the song. I just wanted something to put with the song. You feel me?
I get it. Because I like to listen sometimes and do other things and write and like take notes when I'm listening to like artist music and stuff. So I definitely get that. But yeah, I like the different, like the background, it was different. I was like, okay, I figured you produced all your music. That's why I'm like, did your own project because like I said, I know you're from the Northside Library and that's like a great production space if you're just getting started out. Like I got started there, of course you've gotten started there, and they just have everything you need and want when you're in this kind of industry.
Everything right there.
So And I still see you there because I'll come in there and be like, look, I need help with something. You're just sitting there. Because, like, they're just so great there. So, if you ever want to get started in, like, in the music industry, I definitely give a shout out to Brian Clausing at the Northside Public Library. He is, like, the best. They have the best production room and audio engineering and video room. Like, anything you need, I feel like, is in that box. Like, anything that you could possibly want.
I feel like every time I go there, they got a new piece of equipment, you know what I mean, or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's really some valuable for artists if you're in the city. Get up there.
Yes. And it's free. Like, we pay for it with our tax dollars, so you can't beat free.
Yeah, it's nothing. You really, if you want to do it, you should really. I mean, unless you got your own setup, you know what I mean.
Even this, look, I'm still up in there. I'm like, I got a question. And it's like I'm blessed to like get to this point in my career, but then I still have to go back home. Like, it's still home to me.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like I don't care how big I get, I'm not gonna know it all. So I still have to go back home and like get some advice from my mentors and things like that. They grounded me and helped me be where I'm going in my career. So I think that's like really cool to meet people and all the artists and videographers and stuff like that you can like reach out and connect with in the digital studio.
Learn from them and stuff.
Yeah.
Homie Ball Munson, he shows a lot of love. Whenever you know Ball?
Ball Munson, yeah, I met him. He's actually gonna come on the show next week.
I asked him,
really?
Yeah, that's what's up.
He says he does video stuff and like that, so I'm totally intrigued because I've always seen him working on projects, but he's always seen me. But it's like one of those things like we see each other, but we don't know each other just yet. We've not made that connection just yet in the city.
He shot my very first video.
Which video was that?
Gemini.
Yeah.
Song back when I was still Chill. It's only Chillkousins, all as old stuff is, but he shot my very first video. Showed love. I got a lot of love for Ball. He's a good dude.
Does he? Yeah, he does great work.
And he's always grinding. That's why you rarely see him. But whenever I run into him, he's got like some new dope connection. So yeah, he's always working. Shout out Ball.
Definitely shout out to Ball. He's gonna be on the show. I'm super excited to meet a new connect. Like, he's a new connection. I'm super excited to meet and bring in here. And I feel like Truth is a good place that we can bring people together in this community, in the art community, because we don't have that here in Lexington. And that's like one of my biggest goals is to get us able to be able to be in the same room. I feel like that's our problem. And I hear that's what a lot of people say about Lexington is we don't work together. And I feel like it just takes a couple people. And if we could all work together, we could like make some things happen around here because it's fun. Like, this is a good place to live. This is a good place to hang out, to go out. The culture is good. Yeah, I love it. I'm not from here, but I bleed. I'm from Chicago.
Word?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
You the Southern Belle cousin? You from Chicago?
I'm from Chicago. Yes, I've lived here for but I've always loved the South.
I did.
I've always loved the South. I love the Southern charm, the personality. But you'll know if I get mad, I'm definitely from Chicago. But for the most part, I've lived here like I want to say almost 20, like about maybe close to 20 years at this point. Moved here when I was like 17. I bleed Big Blue. Like, I'm a Cats fan. I went to UK. I graduated from UK. Like,
what brought you down here from,
my mom and my stepdad moved down here when I was like 16, and I had to finish out like my last 2 years in high school. Something you don't want to do. And I thought I hated it for the longest time until I had a kid. And then I was like, I don't hate this place. I love this place. Yeah. And that's where my love from Lexington, and then the growth. I went back home 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm not raising my kid like this. I'm just not. It's too much of a heart. And it's like I had this dream right here, and I knew I could not fulfill this dream because they don't have the resources that Lexington has for me to fulfill this dream at an economical price as a single mom.
No, seriously.
So
I respect it.
I love it, and I feel like it's my due diligence to help my people with my educational background and bring them up because I've always worked in corporate America. So I was depressed in corporate America, and this makes me happy. Like, meeting my people and seeing what they do and hanging out with kids, because we both work with kids and like hip hop and the nonprofit and stuff. So I love it, and Lexington's like no other place. If you've never been to Lexington, Kentucky, y'all, it is no other place like this in the country. I've traveled everywhere, and it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of transplants here. They say that for a reason. They call a lot of us transplants for a reason because when you come here, you just stay.
As so many people here wouldn't believe that because they trying so hard to get out, but I talked to a lot of people. They all say the same thing. Like, it's pretty nice here. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to see other places, but you want to live in Lexington.
Yeah. No, I travel to other places all the time. Like, I get bored around here, and I'll go to Cincinnati and Louisville. but like my home is here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care to drive that hour to a concert in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
But I wish we had more stuff like here to do, and we have more local artist concerts and stuff like Cincinnati and Louisville has. So my goal, just coming into truth and helping be a Nick's business partner, is to be able to make us a place this summer where we can have artist concerts and like open venue events, because they do the Woodland Fair all the time for other genres of music. Why can't we have a hip hop Woodland Fair type deal, or like an art show or something? And it's about people to organize it and come together and plan it. And that's my background. So I didn't think I was gonna love the music industry as much as I do, but I've truly
So what got you into the music industry then, from corporate?
Okay, I quit my job and I knew I wanted to do a podcast. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do all the stuff that I'm doing.
So podcast was first.
It was more like I wanted to be a brand, and I was doing photography. So I was really doing photography, straight to Chantal photography, and I've been doing photography for on and off for about 4 years now.
Okay.
So I've been doing photography, and I really didn't love it. Does that make sense? I didn't like all the editing. I'd rather second shoot. And then I met Nick at a music concert this summer in Winchester. And he was like, oh, I got this business. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'll come check it out. And I'll tell everybody, God just brought us together. We pray for each other separately. And it just came together. And it just like, when something's right, you can just do it every day. And it's no hiccups. It just flows. And I didn't even think I wanted to be in the music industry. I can't sing. Very tuned deaf. I don't think I can dance very well. I don't know the beat, but I love music. Like, I really love music, and I love listening to the artists' music and everything like that. So here I am, and I guess music is where I've always been meant to be. And my son loves music too. Like, he's more of a sonat and be able to pick up things than I am. Like, that's not me at all, but I do, and I love this opportunity. I love this new season in my life that I am in.
I love that you talk like that, because I'm trying to find something like that for myself soon. You know what I mean?
But you love music though.
Yeah, I love music.
But you're already there because you love it.
Yeah, I just gotta it's just a few more steps. But you're right. I am grateful for where I'm at now, and it's a gradient. You know what I mean? So
you gotta be grateful as what I used to reach. You gotta be grateful for your small lessons. Because eventually you can't have that big platform where you want to be at if you don't start out at the bottom and you grind. And I've cried in here over the computer, and like had my meltdowns and stuff. So those meltdowns come because eventually one day, I tell people, I'm just gonna come in, I'm gonna hop in the chair, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I'm not gonna have to do this, but it's good that I know this, because I feel like it's very important when you do work in the industry or something like this. Any industry, like Shaq said it best, you need to know what's going on.
That's huge, because if you do that, they can't gatekeep you. You know what I mean? They can't box you to nowhere. I done had situations where I sent something off, like, yo, I need it done like this, and it's like, I just what I need it done. I'm not trying to be a dick to you. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I need it done this way.
You want the way you want it.
Yeah, and you get it back, and it's
not the way you want it.
Not the way you want it, and it's just like, I appreciate the work you are putting in, but you're not putting in the work I need.
But that comes like with customer and consumer and stuff. Like, if you are the customer and you're paying, you do it the way the customer wants. Even though it's stupid. I've done things just in graphic design and stuff, and I'm like, well, that don't make too much sense. But
that's what you want.
If that's what you want, you're paying me to do that. I'm gonna do what you want to do. So yeah.
Plus, I don't like trying to like translate what I got in my head to somebody else's head, and then they get it to a paper or the screen or whatever, and hope it still looks the way it started here. It's just too many steps. If I can just do it myself, it can be just the way I pictured it. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. I feel like it's about having the right business partner.
That's a good one too. You know what I mean?
Because I have the right business partner, and when I say in tune, like, it used to scare me. Like, when I say scare me, I'm like, can you like telepathic, hearing my thoughts, like type deal. But it was just in tuneness, and we both have the same vision. So when you have a lot of people that have like a like vision like you, it just.
And I got my homies who I link with a lot. We work a lot, and it's the synergy's right there. You know what I mean? And I always work with my peoples. It's just everything I do is it's a little easier if I don't have to translate how I feel about it. You know what I mean? If I can just lay it exactly the way it came to me, and that's just what I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Not to cut nobody out. I just want what I want.
But that's smart though. Like, that's good business, because when you do become in that higher power, like, you're gonna know what you want, how you want it, and how how it should be done. So nobody's gonna be able to pull the wool over your eyes. And that's what a lot of people do when they get a lot of rappers and entertainers and stuff. They end up having to hire all these people when they blow up, but they don't realize that this is how you lose your money though, because you don't know where your money's going from your account, from like, and then you go into a board meeting. They're not talking directly to you. They're talking to your lawyers and your PR and everybody else. So you don't know what's going on in the room.
Afterthought, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You a mascot. You might as well be Ronald McDonald's and this is cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? You just a mascot for the product we sell, and I'm not trying to be that. I'm the manager. I'm the product. I am. You know what I mean? I'm the artist. I'm all of that just because I gotta be. You know what I mean? And
that's gonna make like it good. So when you do make the brand, it's gonna be like the whole company ready to go, like balled up with the president. Because I feel that like I'm everything, but I don't always expect to be everything. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'm gonna be able to pass that down. Like everybody's gonna know what you do, how you do it.
I'm gonna put as much on my plate as I can possibly carry, and then at that point, only then will I delegate. But I got mad free time. You know what I mean? I do. Like you said, every time you go to the library, I'm there, right?
Yes.
And even with all the time I'm at the library, I still make plenty of time to do nothing, to text, to scroll my phone. You know what I mean? I could be doing more. So I know I can handle it.
Do you always feel like we can do more? Because I have that issue too. Like sometimes I get distracted by like Facebook or something because I'm so busy, and I'll just pop on there like oh, and I feel guilty because I know like I have a lot on my plate and I should be not on social media. But it throws me off. But speaking of social media, I looked at your Facebook page the past couple of days. I've been just following you. Okay. I saw you watch that Cat Williams and Club Shay Shay because you've been commenting and making little comments and stuff. What you feel about Cat Williams and Club Shay Shay?
All right, first of all, I'm about to pull a Cat Williams, and I'm straight to tell you who I don't like unless it's a rap. First of all, I'm not about to do nothing like that.
I was ready to come out.
No, I'm not about to do nothing like that. I'm not about to do that. But nah, it was dope. I was talking to my homie about that right before I pulled up. It's funny you say that. I'm a Cat Williams fan, and
me too.
I love the character of Cat Williams, where it's just like you know behind, because he just talks like somebody. He don't talk like politically correct or like a boardroom. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they hate to hear him talk like that.
But he's so smart,
and the people love him.
Yeah, he's so smart. He's just, I feel like he gets in touch with like reality with people. Like he's so smart. I didn't know he read 3,000 books a year from age 12.
You can say whatever you want about anybody, but like if the people love you, you'll always stand, and he's one of those people. You know what I mean? So that's why I like him.
Do you fear for his danger? Like, do you think like somebody's just not pop-pow because of the interview?
Nah, I think he'll be straight. I mean, if Cat Williams ain't dead yet, I think Cat Williams will survive. I mean, I didn't see Cat Williams.
But he made a point. He said he has 30 years of dirt.
On everybody?
On air. He been being quiet for 30 years. Yeah. And he didn't even really sing. Like, he just kind of did like a
dance around again.
Like, he didn't fully, like, give the whole, like, oh. And I remember what you did on that. But I think it's funny because his facts do check out. Like, these people that he talked about, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, they didn't play women roles. They didn't put on that good old dress one good time. Tyler Perry. They all married to light-skinned black women. And I kind of took a little offense to that, like, because I'm light-skinned black woman too. I was like, wait a minute now. Hold up, Kat.
But you do interviews. That's the difference.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I'm going to be on that camera. Like, hold up. Like, you can't keep my mouth shut. So, I don't know. I thought it was just funny. And it makes me think because usually when a man is like that, they're more controlling and possessive when you're of that caliber. When you date men of money and caliber. So I wonder, because a lot of these women, they have like good intellectual backgrounds, like Steve Harvey's wife Marjorie and stuff like that, had good backgrounds and stuff. So for her to be so silent and quiet, it makes me wonder what kind of man is like you married to for you not to be out there and you all are not building as a couple. Because I feel like my man got it, I'm gonna need you to help me get it, and vice versa. If I got it, I'm gonna help you get it, and like we're gonna build.
I respect that, but I don't know. I just me playing devil's advocate. I've messed with Cat Hart a lot, but the hell is my wife gonna say? You know what I mean? She don't write jokes. Why would my wife?
But she can do other stuff in business.
Why would she give her interview? Yeah, I get that.
You see what I'm saying? She had like a close line. Like she has some kind of talent. I'm not.
Do we know they don't have that though? Do we really know they don't?
You got money, so if you got money, you can do something.
No, I'm saying, do we know they don't have businesses?
They don't talk about it.
They don't. I don't know that. I'm honestly just playing devil's advocate.
No, they don't talk about it. So yeah.
I don't know. I love
like Steph Curry's wife. She got all kinds of stuff going on. She light skinned too, so that's what I'm saying. Like Steph,
is that the conspiracy theory that it's like a
I'm
cult
just thinking
women? They just like there's a cult of light skinned women to control Hollywood, and they
quiet though. You know what I'm saying? Like certain ones, like I'm boisterous. Even if I did marry someone, like no, you can't keep me.
That is weird. That's like. All of them. What he said, I thought you were talking about two or three people, but it's all of them.
It's all of them. Strange. And they all the same like skin and color because I looked it up online. Like I even got like a post that I'm gonna write about. Right
It's a factory. It's a factory just pumping out. Look.
Yeah, it's like I had to check the receipts, just make sure Cat wasn't capping. But I knew he wasn't capping. But he broke the internet. Like how he stole Steve Harvey stole Mark Curry's jokes, hanging with Mr. Cooper, and I thought about it, I was like, damn.
I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
And I used to watch the High Towers or whatever, the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah, I watched both. I never put it together.
Me too.
I feel slow, but I never put it together.
I feel so slow when he said that, because
it's like right there.
Right there.
And
Hanging with Mr. Cooper just ended abruptly. Too, if you think about it.
Him having Cedric as a sidekick, he could have had Mark Curry on there or something to some capacity. So,
but Mark Curry ain't in any of that mess with him, so that just shows me again, like, oh,
Mark Curry's still funny.
He's hilarious, but you see, he's not in the mix of all that BS. So yeah, I think it's funny. I was like watching your social media. I'm like, okay, you be keeping up with the tea and current events and everything like that.
That's exactly my point. I got so much time to do that and watch the Cat Williams interview.
I think everybody watched that.
I watched it 3 times.
I
wasted a whole work day
doing it. I think 2 days. I watched it once on the TV back and forth. No, I wasted 3 days too because we started it back here. And I left and I didn't finish it, but I didn't realize that we were almost done. And I went home and I started watching it again to catch it all. And then I think I wrote some notes on it the third time. I sat here and watched it.
Just because we talking about, I gotta say this: Willie D from the Ghetto Boys got a podcast, and Cat Williams did another interview, and that dropped last night. Y'all should definitely
Willie D.
It's a good interview too.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Willie D had another interview with Cat Williams. So do you think? Quinn asked me this the other night. Do you think this helped out? Club Shay Shay more, or Sharon Sharp, or Cat Williams? Who do you think that helped out publicly more?
Absolutely, Cat Williams.
You think so?
Because he carries that clock's gonna go with his name. You know what I mean? It's gonna carry everywhere.
I feel like Sharon Sharp. Like I feel like, because Cat's always gonna be Cat, but I feel like that interview put his name. Like I didn't even know who he was until that interview.
30 million views in 4 days, all on your YouTube page. That's a huge boom. He definitely ate. I'm not saying he didn't eat, but I feel like in 2 weeks, if Cat Williams does something else, we're not gonna bring up the fact that we started this buzz on Shay Shay. It's gonna just be some more Cat Williams shit. You feel me?
But Cat is cool and he chill. He incognito.
Yeah. You want to see the tour?
When's the tour?
People have been posting tickets. I don't even know. It's the same.
I don't know. Cat, send me a ticket.
It's coming to Lexington in April. I think it's coming to Lexington in April.
Cat, send TPT a promotional ticket. You hear me, Cat? We need a promotional ticket because we be talking. I didn't talk about this in the past 3 interviews. I need a ticket. I love Cat.
I talk to everybody who listens.
Was pimping.
He don't miss.
He don't miss. But it's my stuff. He went to Lenny. He said, "Do you think my hair retained?"
Nah, he really don't. But everything he does iconic.
Yeah, it's even with Obama and everything, but he's right. He talks about life situations.
You might be right because Cat was already iconic before this, and this did kind of boost. I mean, it's a good podcast, but I think this boosted it for real.
It blew it out the water because you got to think Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, everybody been on that podcast. They ain't get no 34 million views. I mean, it broke the internet. I woke up the next morning.
This is what nobody's talking about. Dave Chappelle dropped a special.
I saw you rate that.
Nobody's talking about that because this outshadowed it completely. How bad would you be if you did it? You dropped $60 million on a Dave Chappelle special. Nobody brings it up because of a podcast interview. I mean, that's dope.
Cat had, what did he say, 12 Netflix specials. He'd been on tour all of the times, and he pays his artist $300,000. You really think he messed with Dave Chappelle, but you really thought that wasn't gonna trump it? But Cat was probably like, my bad, dog. I didn't mean to do all that. My bad.
Completely buried it.
But yeah, because he wasn't even sipping yet. Because from what I was told, that Shay Shay's drink, the cognac, is true syrup.
Okay.
That's how it started out. I didn't realize it. But Cat didn't even have a sip before he was
ready.
First minute, like, he didn't get the first question out, and they was
like that.
Yeah.
He was ready.
So, yeah, I don't know.
That was a good branding move with the whole, you know what I mean? Because think about that. People going to be buying that now just to try to, like, all right, let's see what tea you going to spill when I get you on the Shannon Sharp.
I said,
you know what I mean?
want the Shay Shay, it sold out. I looked at it.
I see. Now, you putting it to me like that, he may have come up a little bit more than Cap because that was a lot of good moves.
Yeah, but that's just at the bottle. I said, hold up, I need some true syrup up in here, honey.
Seriously.
It's $100 a fifth. I was like, can we get that? When it comes back in stock, I said, wish list. I put it on the wish list.
Everybody's wish. They both ate off the interview for real. Now, I'm glad to see that. Nobody had to take an L for real. That was a good move.
And I love that Cat set the record straight. Like, dude, it look like I done cracked my whole life. Because, you know, they used to talk trash about it. And I get it. I feel like as black people, I think we've all been to jail at least once or twice for something serious or dumb. But like you said, I get right back out.
He goes right back out.
I get right back out.
And that's the same thing they try to do with Chappelle. It's always crack. Skinny black dude, oh, he's on crack. Believe it. You know what I mean? I believed it, so I can't lie.
I can't say I believe it because I've lived in the hood and crackheads act different. Crackheads are totally different. Crackheads steal your stuff. They real weird. They're sketchy. Cat and David Chappelle, they ain't never act sketchy. They may stay in the house for 2-3 years and not deal with nobody. And like they made a very good point. If they was smoking crack, don't you think the drug dealer would have been on the internet or had like some kind of video saying, hey, I just sold whoop, 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 or this is such and such. Because they would have been high out their mind. They act different.
I forget where I seen it, but I seen somebody interview Demi Lovato's drug dealer. Like, I mean, if you were famous enough, people will like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
So they would have had some TMZ interview with somebody claiming that.
I felt the same way about Whitney. Like, I feel like Whitney Houston really went in drug. Like, where was her drug dealers at?
I don't know about that one. I'll be real with you. I don't know about that one. But I don't know too much about Whitney Houston, so I'll be real.
I feel like I never saw anything come out or anything.
You see that Pusha T cover?
Huh?
You see that Pusha T cover?
Pusha T cover? No.
It's almost dry. You see that cover where they took a picture of Whitney Houston's bathroom and used it as the album art. That album art screams drug addiction, and I'm not trying to put L on Whitney Houston's name. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know. I never seen her smoke crack.
I don't know. I've fallen asleep in the tub before too, so I can understand if the tub is big enough, you might go under, like, because I have slipped down in the tub. It's like it's a normal tub. It ain't no Whitney tub.
And you know she's got a big one.
Yeah, she had this huge tub, like a swimming pool. So
and to be fair, we didn't say what was that dude from Friends' name just passed, Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
Nobody said he was smoking crack, and he died the same way.
He died the same way in the pool.
Fair, yeah. That ain't.
He had heart condition, you know. And people don't understand there's a lot of stress that goes on with this industry just because we're small timey. I know we feel the stress just as small timey. So I can only imagine what they feel because I feel the stress every day.
Well, I feel it every day. And when I'm getting out of this interview, I'm going to go back to some more stress.
What do you do to relieve your stress?
I smoke.
So you're 420 friendly.
Yeah, I smoke and kick it by myself. That's what I do. With stress.
I don't know. Like,
listen to music.
I started to get paranoid. I used to smoke, and now I don't. And then if I try it, I'm super paranoid. I don't know if it's a thing because I'm going to turn 35.
I did.
So I don't know if it's with my age that it's like starting to mess with me. Because when I say I used to be like Snoop, like I never gonna stop. Here in the past year, I was like, oh, but I am. Like I would get like scared, and I'll be hearing stuff, and I'll be like that one Tyler Perry movie with the rabbits and stuff. Like that's like me now. Like I gotta just chill, honey. Like.
I feel you.
But sometimes I get the stress. I definitely get the stress of this industry.
Yeah, it's more stressful than actually working a job because you're actually driving it. You know what I mean? You're in control. A job, I'll never have nobody who wants to work a job. Don't ever let nobody tell you that working a job is whack. I'm only doing this so that I can make the bread, so that I want to take care of my family. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That's legitimately what I want to do. That and other people. You just need bread to do that. Yes. But I mean, I don't knock a job, but you are not in control. That's somebody else's decisions, and that's that lack of stress is what I think makes up for it. You know what I mean? It is fun. It looks fun, and it's every bit as fun as it looks. But
that stress that comes along with it, baby. Seriously. Like the end project, yes, you're super excited when you finish something, but the stress coming to that end project. is a lot to take on.
I look at the stress like it's an investment. Like I'm stressed now, but that's gonna pay off later on. Everything I do that's hard, it's an investment, and it's coming back to me.
Right.
So sometimes when I'm super stressed, I just take a breath, and I realize that as bad as it feels now, it's gonna, you know what I mean?
You gotta take a breath.
It's gonna come out to be something.
Oh, you're better than me. You'll see me walk up and down these halls. Like, that's why there's so much space out there. Like, when I start stressing, I can just pace
it. Yeah, I did.
And they'll look at me like, oh my God, there she goes. Like, so,
I get the shaking. You know what I mean? My leg is the shaking like that. You'll see that.
But yeah, smoking releases stress. So you don't go out and like, do you go out and promote yourself or like your business cards or anything?
Well,
because you said you're a homebody.
I'm in an awkward position right now because I am switching over to William Jackson.
Right.
And everything I have right now is Chillkousins. So, I mean, I kind of don't want to keep promoting Chillkousins. So I'm just trying to switch over. So
you're gonna like switch up your style of music because your style of music is very like chill now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very chill. Like, I can't explain. It's like chill rapping. Like, who is it? Sings a song like, oh no, like, you know what I'm talking about? Maybe it's The Weeknd. I'm gonna remember it once this is over. Watching me piss. That's who sung that song. But it's very chill and just like.
That's what I'm going for, and I do want to keep that. I just want to add more stuff to my music.
So what do you want to add to it?
Honestly, I want more melody. You know what I mean? That's where. I don't want to get into lyrics or pop rap but honestly, if you were just walking past a building and you just hear Gunna or Migos or Moneybagg Yo or Kodak Black, it feels good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not knocking nobody, but there's certain artists that you gotta like stop what you're doing and plug in and be like, oh, that is dope. I had to check twice to know it was dope. I want my music to be more on that side where it feels good on instant, when you instantly come in contact with it, and then once you check underneath of it, there's lyrics too.
Okay, I get it, because people listen to like the feeling before they listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely. And you supposed to. It's music. You know?
It is. I got into jazz when I started working here. I never listened to jazz until I came on to Truth, and Nick plays a lot of jazz. Okay. And then I was able to put the words to a lot of songs that they play on like R&B jazz, and I was like, I really like jazz, and that's what music really is jazz, like a certain type of instrumental. So it's just an instrumental without the words to it, and that's what jazz is. So I definitely think the instrumentals make everything, because you can change the words to anything. Because I've heard rap songs being changed to Christian gospel, Christian rap. Really good.
People will listen to instrumentals, but nobody's listening to acapellas except for producers. You know what I mean? Shout out to producers, but y'all don't even listen to acapellas.
I listen to acapellas.
You don't? Or do?
I do.
You listen to acapellas?
Since I've been in the industry.
Oh, because you listen to the industry, you start listening to acapellas? Yeah. What do you do with them? You just listen to them?
Mm-hmm. I listen to the voice and the range and the tone.
I mean, maybe I should then, because I'm not doing that.
You don't do that? Yeah.
Because
I feel like people do that auto-tune and that recomp stuff. So I really want to know with the naturalness and the authenticity.
That's dope. You talking about singing acapellas?
Yeah, even rapping. Like, I had Lala Bling come here and she did a whole freestyle.
That's dope.
And I think I could take the beat off. And I was like, that's dope. Like,
you still listen to it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm not that into it. I like listening to like lyrics on other beats. Like when you switch them around, that's always dope to me. Like a lo-fi remix of the box or some random shit like that. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I like that too. But yeah, it's just a good hearing what you got to say. I always love what you got to say. And I'm going to listen to the words, because when I record, I learn to listen to the words more. And I think that's what you said, more of a producer and recording thing and audio engineering, is I listen to the words of what you're saying on how to put it and tweak it. Then I listen to like the beat and everything, because the beat's never going to change.
That makes sense.
But those words and how they come in, how aggressive they are, that's everything.
I don't engineer that much. When I do, it's always just for me. So that's why I don't really.
Have you thought about getting into engineering since you know it?
I just want to engineer. I would just engineer for myself. I wouldn't want to do it as a job. I mean, it is fun to do, but my main goal would just be to do it for myself.
Good for yourself. So you say you can make some good side money off of it?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not as good as yet to charge nobody. That's why I'm experimenting with my own music.
You say that, but I guarantee you are, because I don't think I'm good enough to charge people and record and stuff until people are like, you did a good job. So I think we put the most out on ourselves.
That may be true too. I mean, you want to avoid that embarrassing moment when you put a price tag on something and somebody like looks at you like you're crazy.
That's okay.
You know what I mean?
Because that's okay. Because your price is like, I came from real estate, so I always tell people don't understand when you sell a house that they list the price whatever they want to be. If they want it to be $1 million, it's $1 million because that's what they feel that it's worth. So you have to set a price on your worth. And my worth, I feel like, is $60 for audio engineering time. Either you like it, you take it, you don't. It is what it is. Like,
I definitely feel you.
So, and all you can do is help get better and do stuff with it. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you get better. The repetitiveness, you get better.
That's what I gotta work on. I very rarely. I mean, I mix from here and there, but I gotta really get like tap back into it. I'm so distracted with the learning the other aspects of it right now. But once I feel like I'm in a good place with this, I'm gonna try to move on back to engineering.
Engineering, because you got the basics of engineering down.
I mean, yeah. You could spend 20 minutes with somebody and get them the basic understanding of EQ and compression, and that's so much of what people are doing.
No, it's overwhelming.
It's the basics of it.
Yeah, the compressions and the R comps and the tuning and the MIDI and all that. It's very overwhelming.
Okay, here's what I would say. If engineering was just compression and that's all you had to think about, it'd be easy.
Yes.
And if it was just EQing, just that, it'd be easy. And if it was just, getting the gain up, okay. So that's just 3 easy things. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of easy things. It's just a lot of them.
And that you got to put on certain part of the song, and leveling up your tracks and layering them. I come from graphic design background before I got into the music industry, and I think that's what helped me.
It's funny you say that because like when I went into editing, videos. Mm-hmm. It was crazy how much working with FL was able to help me with that because the timelines are so similar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And I agree, like graphic design, video editing, and stuff like that, and like making stuff and photoshopping. That helps me because, like, if I didn't get into like the video editing and the graphic design, I'm in this audio room like, what is going on? And
even if it's just your willingness to play with the software until you get it, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you can play with it for days.
So I mess with Final Cut for 3 days before I realized how to how to start a project. I mean, seriously, because you gotta like start a library, then you gotta start an event, then you gotta like. I didn't know how to start a project. It took me 3 days to figure that out.
Really?
I'm not even.
I'm using Adobe and DaVinci Resolve.
I ain't played with DaVinci yet, but I want to.
DaVinci's easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I started out in DaVinci, so Adobe's a little bit tougher, and I edit the podcast in Adobe because they got some extra features. But DaVinci's free, so if you're ever at home, like laptop or something, you can upload really quick projects.
Is it really capable of that? Like what you need?
Yeah, it has everything like quick dissolve, the color lighting, the fusion. Like when I say for a great free software, DaVinci Resolve, it's like where it's at.
I've heard you said the person I heard say that, so I'm
like DaVinci Resolve all the way. I would not use CapCut, anything. I would use strictly DaVinci Resolve.
But you do like Adobe though, as far as video editing?
I do because that's what I started out with the library.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
I went straight to Final Cut, so I ain't played with Adobe yet.
I tried Final Cut with Brian when he tried to teach me it, and I had a slow moment, so we went to Adobe. Adobe's a lot easier because you just pop in the project and there you go, and it made sense because you got the video and the audio lines and stuff like that, so it clicked a little bit quicker.
I was already knee deep in the Final Cut because I'm working on something that I shot down there, and I just started it in Final Cut, and then somebody told me that Adobe was much easier, and I just didn't want to start over.
I don't blame you.
So I just stuck with Final
But some people just use Final Cut. Like I know there's one guy that's all he uses is Final Cut.
I dig it. I mean, once you get into it, is the initial hump, and I know when I take nobody else 3 days to learn how to start to software, but
Pro Tools took me 3 days, 3 or 4 days before I could even figure out how to record. I think it took me like a week before I could figure out how to record in here.
I don't cook on Pro Tools almost at all. Like I will if I have to, but I'm just not used to it.
And that's what it is. It's because Pro Tools is industry standard. That's why we have it. Yeah. And we work industry standard in here. So it's like something I had to. And it's like I've had issues with getting engineers in here because they want to use Logic versus Pro Tools. But if you bring in your own Logic, of course. But computers are Pro Tools. So
see, and it's funny because everybody says it, but I don't really even know no producers or engineers who work with Pro Tools unless they like, and outside of professional capacity, I don't know too many people who actually use Pro Tools. That's why I haven't come across it. I went to school that used Pro Tools, but it wasn't my favorite.
You went to school for like audio engineering and all that? Yeah. What'd you study?
Audio engineering and music production. So they was a little bit of everything. But what I will say was interesting, all the video editing and how to record yourself and mixing and all that shit you can do on YouTube. I don't.
You say that, but I'm gonna need a teacher in my face. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a notebook.
I'm not shitting on nobody, but the teacher's just gonna sit you down and put you in front of a YouTube video.
Really?
That's what they'll give you finer points, but that's what they're gonna do. But what I will give them credit for is teaching you how to sell your music. People act like that's not a skill. They act like if I make the music, then it'll sell. That's the skill.
No,
selling is a whole different skill.
It's a whole different marketing skill. Agree.
Yeah, it's an absolutely different skill, and that's what they put my attention on that, and that's been huge for me. I do appreciate that.
Selling the music, maybe I need to learn a little bit more of that.
Learning how to sell the music, because there are people who you have never heard of, and they are making millions of dollars a year off their music, and they don't need you to hear about them. You know what I mean? Because they just learned how to sell it.
Okay. What's the best way tip you can give about selling music?
What's the best way to what?
What's the best way or best tip that you can give us about selling music?
Be honest with yourself and understand what a crowd wants from you. Understand what a crowd wants from you. Understand what your stereotypes are, because we all have them, and understand how you're gonna use them. Are you gonna play into them or you gonna subvert them? When you see somebody like, off the top of my head, I say 21 Savage. You see somebody like 21 Savage, he got dreads, he got a cross or a knife, so me on his forehead. He looks like a gangster, so his music plays into that. And you got somebody like, you know who Smiley is?
No, I've heard of him.
Smiley's this kid from Canada. Drake signed him, and he looks like a dirtball. But when he starts singing, he sounds like a little kid, and that it goes against his stereotype. So both are how they use to sell music. It's just knowing what people think of you, and know how to use that. People aren't always gonna be afraid of you. You know, everybody's not a gangster. Everybody's not the illest trapper.
Right.
Play into your stereotypes or play against it, but understand what people think when they look at you.
I get it. They say this industry is an image.
It's image driven. You know what I mean?
But you know, right now, I'll say the Kardashians did that. I watched the documentary on the Kardashians. They're the ones that made us image driven back in the 2000s, and like the reality TV shows. And you know, women always have to be like done up, and even like men now. Like I've never seen so many men just so like, oh, I gotta get my eyebrows done, or I'm gonna go get a pedicure with you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're just so image driven.
That is a big part of it, but I mean, now I would say that was a bad thing, but now you got a million rappers and you don't even have time to listen to them all, so you almost have to judge a book by its cover because you don't have time to listen to everybody.
I can't say when people say judge a book by its cover because I always feel like
you're supposed to.
No, you're not.
Supposed to judge a book by its cover?
No, you're not.
I thought you supposed to. If every book just had a black cover, I mean, how would you even know where to start?
But you never know what's in that book.
That's fair. That's a fair point, but I mean,
because like I always say that, like I'm a big don't judge a book by its cover. But when I say that, it's because I would be really bad about walking around with like a ponytail and no makeup, just like not caring, and you can't walk around not caring. You're like when you're in this kind of image. Does that make sense? Like because it's beauty driven.
What I'd say is, don't judge a book by its cover. Give it a few pages. You feel me? But if I'm 3 pages in and it's just you're just describing the cover I already seen, then I'm out. It's the same thing to me.
No, that's fair enough, but
it's a mix. I'm mostly just clowning, but
I get it too because I always say that too. I'm like, always don't judge a book by its cover because you might see me looking crazy. But then I open up my mouth and you're like, oh my gosh, like she's actually like super smart and intelligent, but you would never know because I'm walking around looking like I'm homeless. I don't care.
That homeless swagger will save you from a lot of pointless conversations. People don't want to have boring conversations with homeless people. They'll just leave you alone. That's why I trust homeless.
I'm very about my sweatpants, I'm not doing my hair, none of that. And it's like here lately, I'm like, but I will admit this, people treat me a lot different. Like if I walk into a store or something, they know I'm not taking a crap. Like I'm very, so I will give them that. Like I walked into Walmart and I had to get hard stock. And they said it was out of stock. And I was like, okay, Bill, what are we going to do? They said it was here, and I went to 2 Walmarts. So what are you going to do for me? Because I'm like late for me. Bill gave me that dang on collar stock 2 for 1 because he wasn't trying to have it. And I was like, dang, this does work.
I respect it.
It hypes me up a little bit. I'm like, okay, it works. Like, I'm going to keep on.
It does. It really does. That's what I'm talking about. Your image, like, that's how you sell yourself. You know what I mean? And it works both ways though. You know what I mean? People, if I come in and I got a big old chain on, and I got the best, you know what I mean, outfit you ever seen, that may get me in some doors I wasn't gonna get in before, or it may intimidate some people from coming up to me, and those may have been the people I need to link with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not just how clean the image is, just what image works for what situation.
Right. I totally understand. So William Jackson is gonna have a new image outside of Chill Cousins.
Very soon, yes I will.
So you gonna tell me what kind of image it is? Or is it a surprise for us?
No, it ain't. It ain't. It's no surprise. It's just gonna be me.
V-necks and circle glasses.
It's gonna be V-necks and circle glasses when I feel like it. You know what I mean?
Okay, I was just wondering. V-necks and circle glasses was the image.
That may be my new career. I may just go dark for a little bit. You don't see nothing from me, and I may just pop up with a bag, circle glasses, and a V-neck, and that's all you see me wear.
But that's what like people do. You go in that isolation, and then when you come out of isolation, you bam, 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 like knocking them out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see when William Jackson comes out.
Thank you, seriously. Thank you.
Like, I hope we can do like a show together or a concert. Or I know you're a homebody. I'm a homebody too, but I've been putting myself out there more. I just don't like being in big crowds.
No, I pop out for the culture. You know what I mean? Anytime there's a show going on, I try to be there.
Not
I'm big on that because that's the one thing I do like to do.
Yeah, like it's too many people. So once I go with somebody, I'm like, I'd rather go put on my robe and my slippers. But here lately, since I've been at Truth, my business partners got me out. Like, oh, we gotta go do this. I don't know. I'm like, please don't let me go by myself. He's like, oh, you're good. We're going as a group. I'm like, okay, because it gives me anxiety. So it's good. It's a good new eye opening. So yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I mean, Lexington scene it's a little more. It's bigger than people I think, and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
I always have fun.
We just need to do more consistency.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like the consistency is a thing, but in my opinion, you know what I mean. You could tell me that I'm not going to all these shows, but the entire nightlife is on the back of like 3 or 4 rappers. You know what I mean? There are 3 or 4 rappers that whenever they perform, I'll be there. But they can't perform every night. You know what I mean? We just need more people out here.
What are 3 or 4 rappers you think?
Fred C. Off the top, everybody knew I was gonna say Fred C. Fred C is a big one. Tony Wavy's been doing a lot with the Mad Hundreds, and I appreciate him. Then you got people like Els Bentley who just have a following. So shout out to Els Bentley. Shout out to people who I've not seen perform, but I see them making business moves like Trap Queedy. I'm not personally,
business moves like
just eating off his features. You know what I mean? Eating off his features, eating off his shows. When you say Queedy, people they respect the name because they know it. And he's been grinding for years consistently. You know what I mean? You can't really pay for that. You got to build that with time. So the whole scene is pretty much held up by just a handful of rappers. If I didn't name you, I'm not trying to down you. Maybe I made an oversight. I'm not even personally invested in anybody's career I name. That's just when I come outside. It's because those are people that
I didn't even hear. I've never heard any of those names before. I feel like I need to get to know those names.
I shout out my boy Paperboy Casino. You know what I mean? I seen him perform I think last year with Fred, and that was a fun ass show. I've seen Els Bentley perform, and that was a fun ass show. Then you got some of the older cats like Shiesty Christ that come out, Obvious Bane that'll come out, that have been doing it, and they show us that you just gotta keep doing it. So, also, and biggest shout out to my homie Devon Karama. So
yes, we love Devon Karama around here. Like, I don't know him from the music industry, but I know him from the Luna Project at the library and like just a lot of things that he does with the outreach with the kids and stuff. So I have much respect for him in the community.
He does great shows, and like I said, that was more than 3 or 4 people. But even still, it's like a lot of them when they're not here, they're traveling the country like they should be. So when they out in the country, taking Lexington, you know what I mean, nationwide, there's gotta be somebody here still rocking.
Here doing it, yeah. But that's why we do it here. Like that's why I want to see concerts going on here because
for real.
I don't know half these rappers, and I know there's so much talent.
Yeah, and it's the thing, like they all have their own little fan bases, so it's not much overlap yet. Cause you go to a Fred show, you go to any one of them shows, it's apparent they have a following. You know what I mean?
Right, they know who he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need those people to come on the show.
I'm sorry, I can't shout out Fred so many times without also showing out Corey. You know what I mean? I know they're a clique, so
Corey.
I don't want to do one without the other. Yeah, they're a collective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a collective, and
they're a team.
Corey makes beats. I just say for you, I know most people know Corey makes beats. Fred does raps, and but they're both very good at what they do.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to check them out. I definitely would love to meet more people and see how we can collab with like the big and the little and
Absolutely.
come up and do something great. I would love to do a performance showcase. It's something like that's like one of my goals is like before Roots and before we go back to school is to actually have like a whole performance showcase with like the artists and we work with the kids summer camps. Like we have stars on our end here at Truth is our nonprofit, and then you work with the African American Arts Association. We've done some projects together with the kids, and we got a current project going coming up here soon. So I would love to get the kids involved that we work with because they're passionate about music too, and getting them out here and we all do something in our community.
Yeah. I keep doubling back because I didn't say that now. I said 3 or 4 people and like 12 name family. I will shout out my homie Easy the DJ.
I've heard of Easy. I hear so much good things about Easy all the time. Chase the Bag Rich. I know Miss Richard. Sorry, Richard. But I know Chase the Bag Rich. Yeah, he is so about DJ Easy. He always, every time I see him and we're doing something, he's like, we got to get DJ Easy involved. Yeah, like, that's the first name he drops.
I named all those artists and shit, but at any one of those shows, you probably will see Easy there on stage or in the crowd too. So he's a pretty big fixture in the local scene too, and he be moving around too, taking what we do in Lexington to other places. So
I love that, and I hope this podcast right here is going to take Lexington to a whole new level because nobody's doing this around here.
Nah, I mean you got the homies that are just doing what they can, and they really put themselves out for the scene because every time you see them, they are dead dog tired. But they always busting moves, and I appreciate it.
Baby, I feel that, baby. I got home last night, and I was like...
Seriously?
I said I'm blessed and tired in my post on Facebook because I've been trying to be more adamant in posting and, getting a following. Yes, I'm blessed to be able to do this, but, baby, that 4 o'clock in the morning comes real quick, and going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night comes even quicker. It's a sacrifice. Like, when I say it's such a sacrifice, and... I heard that. It's like, if you want to go where you're going to go, I was in church, and the pastor literally, I knew he was talking to me. Because he said, if you want to do what you want to do, you got to put some sacrifices aside. So I was like, man, you talking about me getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning just trying to walk into the office and start working at 12. That's not going to work no more. Like, what I'm trying to do, you have to sacrifice.
I mean, anything. That's one of it's like a law of the universe. I believe in what I believe. I believe in my God, and I stand on it. I speak on it wherever I go. But even if you don't, take our religion out of it. It's the law of the universe that anything you apply commitment to will yield results. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be evil or it could be good.
Yeah.
But whatever you commit yourself to, you will yield results.
Maybe not the ones you want all the time, but you're going to get the results.
For real.
Okay, well, I'm going to be looking out for William Jackson.
Please do, and I appreciate you.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope you can come back again.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad I was able to network with you, and hopefully we can collab and come with a showcase or do something this summer. Of course, I'm going to see you again because we work with the kids. And it's good to get to know you on a personal level because when we go in and we meet, it's just kids it's kids and go, and we don't get to talk because we're so busy.
I was telling Brian that I see her all the time. She's always cooking here, but it's always she's busy and I'm busy. So
we don't get a chance to sit down and talk. And sometimes you have to sit down and just chop it up with the people that because we all work together. We don't work at the same company or building, but we all work in the same aspect. We work in the same building when we do our projects and stuff. So I've been making a fact to get to know the people that I sit next to, even though our headphones are on. Yeah, exactly. I want to know your name. Hey, what do you do? Yeah. And it's been a blessing to meet so many great artists and people and listen to so much different music and appreciate the music.
That's how we booked this. You just happened to see me.
I saw you, and I was like, I did an interview. Yeah. And I knew you came in here when we had a kids' day into Truth and everything, and we talked, but you get busy. So I tell people all the time, don't take it personal when somebody doesn't get back to you or you forget or anything, because people just get busy. Sometimes you have to bug people. I'm like, okay.
Before I leave, I need you to give me another one of your cards too for my people.
For sure.
I got people I'm trying to put on, and I just be forgetting.
Yeah, we just built the website. I just revamped the whole entire website. So.
Did
you?
I'm about to go cook up on it today when I leave.
Okay, yeah. I use Hostinger, so if you ever need any help or anything on that, it was great to build a website. It was fun. I cried over it a few times because I got frustrated.
Yeah, I mean it's so much because they literally thought of everything. So I mean it's like it's I've been wrestling with it, but it's been fun.
It has been fun, and it's fun when you do it yourself.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I definitely can't wait to work with you in the future.
Okay.
Guys, this was TPT, Truth Podcast Thursdays. This was Chill Cousins, but I think this is going to be William Jackson when this airs. So check him out on YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook, and Twitter. I think those are all the handles that we got. And I'll post the link below, but you'll catch us next time. Remember, 859 Lexington, Truth Entertainment is where the place to be, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
It's the truth, that's what it is. Let it get into you. It's the truth, that's what it is. Coming straight to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.